Welcome to a special presentation of Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus is on Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin. Goodwill is a nonprofit community organization that provides training, employment, and supportive services for people with disabilities or disadvantages who seek greater independence. And on top of all that, they are celebrating 100 years. My first guest is Boelter. She serves as the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer for Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin, and Cheryl Lightholder. She's the Manager of Communications. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And I really am excited to have you here. First of all, I should say, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
100 years is a big deal.
You bet it is, and we're very excited.
Yeah, so the goal during this half hour is basically to take a look at your rich history, talk about the present, all the great things that you're doing right now, and then, of course, look at the bright future of Goodwill. So let's go back to where it all began.
Well, it all began in 1902. A Methodist minister by the name of Edgar J. Helms was very concerned about the plight of the immigrants he was seeing come to this country. They were really living in poverty. And so he literally threw a burlap bag over his shoulder and started walking into the affluent areas of Boston and asked individuals for their discards. And the story goes is that he brought all these items, he collected them over quite a period of time and brought them all to the church basement and laid them all out for folks and invited everybody in and said, okay, here you go. You take whatever you need for your family, clothing, other items to start a new life here in America. And they all kind of just stood there and didn't move. And he said, I don't get this. He goes, please help yourself. We collected these items for you. And as a group, they said, you know, we're not looking for a handout. We want an opportunity to work. And that's really where the Goodwill movement was born.
Okay.
So he started saying, okay, if that's the case, we're gonna have you work for these items. So back then it was repairing items for resale. It was learning different skills and trades because they had come from other countries with a lot of skills. And it was, how do I leverage and use these to form Goodwill Industries? And we have two taglines that we use all the time, not charity, but a chance. Not a handout, but a hand up. And that really, I think, embodies Edgar J. Helms' spirit and what he was after when he reached out to this group of immigrants. Our Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin, was actually born at Summerfield Methodist Church, which is on the east side of Milwaukee. And that happened on October 6th, 1919. Wow. So that's just past 100 years ago. So we are really excited, and it has grown and prospered since, and we're very proud of all the wonderful mission work we've done around jobs and training since its inception.
Yeah, and you have a lot to be proud of. I mean, in this half hour, we're going to talk about all the great services and programs that you have to help make a difference in the lives of people who live right here in our community. And really, the story you just told, people will automatically connect the dots to see how it all started. And that's exactly the same things that are happening today, just changing a little with the times, of course.
Exactly.
But it's really an awesome story. So the mission is clearly rooted in your work, and quite naturally your services have changed to respond to the needs of the time. So if you would talk a little more about the premise behind the development of this movement. You talked about Dr. Helms concerned about immigrants who came to America with nothing, but you also have your retail stores, and I think for a lot of people they automatically think of the Goodwill stores, but this is really an opportunity for them to find out there's so much more to the Goodwill. So let's talk about the retail stores, though.
Well, I know from what Pat was saying, too, about the repair of items, that really was the start of the retail concept, where items would be repaired, and that went for several years, I would say up until the 60s. And at that time it was decided that the repairs wouldn't happen, but that we would then continue to sell items, and then the revenue from those items would go back into programs and services. That continues to this day.
Right.
The other types of programmings that we currently have are social enterprises, which I know we're going to talk to later, also goes back to support that mission. So the mission has always been extremely strong, and it continues to this day.
Yeah. So,
and you mentioned responding to the needs of the times, and I think as we had this last year and we looked at our history, and Cheryl is kind of our historical archivist, I can call it that.
That's because I've worked there so long.
that's not a bad thing.
She keeps all of these pictures and these wonderful logs and books that we've collected over the years. And one of the things that was really evident is this responding to the needs of the times. You know, in the Great Depression, she showed me photos, incredible photos, of long lines of individuals looking for work. And Goodwill stepped in and we provided temporary work for hundreds of people. Just to help them get through that difficult period. You know, I think about the World Wars, both World War I and World War II, where we were basically helping the folks that were coming back from the war. Many of them were disabled, and we were helping individuals learn training and get training and learn new job skills so that they could provide for their families. You know, I think about even the most recent that I can think of, 2008 to 2010, when we were facing, you know, unemployment, significant numbers of individuals in our own communities unemployed or underemployed.
The Great Recession.
Right, right. Yeah. We opened up workforce connection centers, and it was a free service to folks to actually help them develop resumes and learn interview skills, and we held job fairs to get people back to work.
Yeah.
So that's really been I think our success is that our mission is we stay true to the mission always, but we respond to the needs of the times.
Yeah, and so mentioning the Great Depression, it caused unemployment rates of 25% in Milwaukee. Needless to say, that's huge. And then you also mentioned that you were here to help, you know, make ends meet for the Great Recession. But then Goodwill played a huge role in 1990 when there was the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. It's, of course, a civil rights law that prohibits discrimination based on disability. Talk about the role that the Goodwill played in that.
That was a huge role for the national office, and then local organizations became involved in it as well. It was an important civil rights law that was passed for people with disabilities. And I think from our perspective, Goodwill is extremely proud to have been a part of that. When George H.W. Bush signed it into law in 1990, that was I think a start for people to recognize that the needs of people with disabilities were important, but also that it wouldn't necessarily cost businesses that much more in order to hire and train people who had disabilities. Because before that, I think there was a perception that it's too expensive, I can't do that. I think Goodwill has been at the forefront of showing employers, people that, no, that's not the case. Very little needs to be done in order to really raise up people who have disabilities and disadvantages.
Yeah, and giving people that sense of independence is everything.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting, October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, so this all pans out very well as we observe the 100-year anniversary of all the great things that you're doing. So.
I just wanted to mention too, through the entire month of October, Goodwill has a number of activities that we plan internally and externally around that topic of disability, the Disability Month. So we just had a fashion show and an idol competition yesterday with all of our individuals with disabilities that participated, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Sounds like fun, that's for sure. And I think you both have given great examples of how Goodwill has strengthened individuals, families, and communities for the past 100 years. Such a rich history. Thank you so much for stopping by. And Pat Boelter is the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer for Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin. She'll be back later in the show. And Cheryl Lightholder, she's the Manager of Communications. For more information on anything we've talked about, go to their website at goodwillsew.com or give them a call at 414-847-4200. When we return to our Issues Milwaukee, we'll take a look at the Goodwill's present-day mission with Chief Mission Officer Dan Deppis. We'll be right back.